So, as the event is underway at Happy Horse Ranch, the festivities have been going on now for a couple of hours. Started a bit before everyone arrived. There have been events, a few types. We have many livestock examples on display, some fun being had. What do we open with? In fact, let's let somebody else. Everybody, who wants to give a recount? How's the show been going on so far?
I mean, Mando bid on a few items, and we had a little fanfare outside of the show, and I met some people. But I got a bear that is I don't know. It's like a warrior bear.
Yes. Evie boy.
Teddy bear wearing armor. There was, what was it, the ox, the comically long ox piss?
Yes, with a puddle in front of Greg. As he welcomes, it was such volume that you started to see the reflection and everything behind it. So,
but there was there was an acrobatic troupe. The dragons.
Flaming dragon.
Yeah, the flaming dragons. Where there is going to be a special show or a special auction that was on top of the bear, or was the bear the special auction?
Oh, the bear was the special auction. He had two aurochs, and we retconned a little bit because I forgot I was supposed to insert Nurvureem in the aurochs part. And that's when, we retconned where that would have caught your attention. Oh, Neverweakened. Oh, hey guys. And then, she comes over to sit with you. We picked up Olaf, the war bear, and he is being every time a new animal gets auctioned, they kind of shuffle them off to the side, and they keep it going. And Gob Billin, performed. Much to everyone's pleasure. He's popular. His drink wasn't that popular at cocktail hour, but his songs are. Hell yeah. Yeah, the auction, Goblin performed, and I think it's funny because Noel's the one who won the races. I considered.
Could we say Noel is the heal bot since he's holding all the healing potions, so his action could just be throwing potions at us? And are we gonna go Baldur's Gate rules that throwing a potion next to people creates splash damage and hits
area of effect? Yeah. I think for single target. I think for multiple targets, it would have to be diminished, right? If it would no longer be full D8, maybe. I don't know. Or you have to split it. There you go. How about that? If it's an area of effect thing, throw it and it splashes. What is the area of effect? Is it 5 feet?
I mean, there really isn't one. They just have they have to have a little sprite for where it hits.
Yeah, it's
ride the line.
Yeah, it's you have to get them really close. The most characters have hit with one without hurting somebody else's 3.
I would say we can do it, and you would just take whatever the roll is, and then divide it by how many subjects you want to heal. Kind of like the way sleep works. You just divide up the HP or however many.
Okay.
Things you can
roll it all, then divide it up how you see fit.
Right, because that's still effective. You're bringing up everybody with 1 HP. They still got that's around. I mean, they're probably going to take. If there's
the
much
most
damage,
effective healing is not taking damage.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I don't see Goblin. See him here.
He's already dead.
No God.
Oh dang! We checked all of our weapons after the war.
You didn't. You got away with everything.
I didn't. I know I didn't.
I've got a stick. That's all I need. I'll be all right.
I'm only risking my crossbow, so it's not on my staff. And mace if I need it.
I guess weapons aren't as important for you.
No.
Not until
Hell
level
no.
8. Wait, do peace clerics get wisdom modifier at level 8 to cantrips? Or do
Nobody
they
took.
get the extra 1d8 damage?
Yeah, radiance is a trigger point of 2d8 plus 5.
Oh, nice. Yep, it's adding. Yep, so that's your wisdom. It's adding its wisdom to it now, and an extra die. Oh, those cantrips gonna be cooking.
Radiant damage.
And if we've learned anything, Spirit Guardians goes burr.
Yeah, just walk into groups.
Spirit Guardians is
You
nuts.
put up Spirit Guardians and cast
Your peace thing.
true word or whatever.
Ooh, that'll come in handy.
Good. We'll make short work of whatever Sean's going to throw at us.
Sean throws a literal god. It goes down in 3 rounds. Well, I don't know, guys.
Hey, cardinal rule. We'll all stay split, so no AoE can hit all of us.
That's
We all have decent AC and or mitigation.
Yeah.
Writing down Great called 3 rounds.
I love making new characters.
So we're gonna, instead of pivoting and doing like a ad hoc dinosaur race in Triboar, we're gonna say that Flaming Dragon needs a minute to set up, and they have they're very theatrical, so there are members of the troupe kind of rolling out these huge, I'm thinking like a float size, like a trailer with a big apparatus on it. They're dragging it out there. It's super heavy, so it's taking them forever. They're also rearranging some of the cages that were at the back of the property. They're bringing them they're on wheels, and they're also very heavy. They're bringing them up, and especially Greg, I would say, since you took note of that very large cage earlier, if you were still kind of keeping one eye on that, you'll notice every time they shift, there is like steam or smoke a little bit coming out of several different leaks or not leaks, but openings in the cage, which is mostly boxed up. It's mostly opaque. You can't really. It's not like a ours see-through cage.
Yeah.
Secret. So that's all taking quite a bit of time. During this, Nurvureem has come up to you guys, and she's kind of reviewing her paperwork from the Aurochs, and she's really excited. God Billins also over there, who has just regaled the audience with a ballad of your deeds, kind of. There were several details that were just off in his song. There were things you had done and fairly accurate, except even in the things you had done, there was a notable absence of like everyone's achievements, but Mando. It seemed like he really focused on Mando and only. It's like Mando, and then there's some guys.
Mando.
Yeah. I got half a mind to record that and like did the YouTube karaoke version of it. So
Let's just start opening it from then on.
oh my god. Copyright.
He's gonna die tonight.
Dude, he's already called Mando. We're fucked if anybody hears this. Like, I have to erase so many episodes. We come back, we pop up like episode 68, even though it's like
We put a
the first
tilde
one.
over one of the random letters in his name. You're like, no, it's just no.
Bingo!
It's spelled different.
No, it's Fendo.
Fando.
Mando.
Or Mango. Mango just really takes away the badassness. Call me Mango. Dun-dun-dun.
Or adds to it with the, oh my god, people laugh at his name until they meet him. Like, oh.
And they get force ballisted.
Yeah.
Internal hemorrhaging from the force damage. Internal hemorrhaging. Damn it. Wish I had that. I think I just had a flashback to episode 4. I was trying to think of the word. Internal hemorrhaging. That's the word. You have to know these things.
That's a long time ago.
It's a long time ago. It was the cave. Speaking of, Nurvureem, hey, full circle. Da-da. All right. Safe to say, I don't think Lucius is going to make it. That's okay. He's here in spirit. And I would say we could operate a character sheet, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what he does. So,
he's just sewing bows.
Yeah, right. All right. So, yeah, it's there it is. There's all that happening. And here's your friend Nurvureem. And there's again behind you, there's the Mando and Kal. You're sitting next to Othavir and Gelrin from earlier. Has spent almost the day with them, and they get pretty nice seats toward the front. There, you can tell that approach. There were some workers of Othavir's kind of holding seats for him, and as soon as they saw them, made eye contact, they hopped up and gave you guys the leeway there. Behind you are the families, and like I said earlier, each your tokens represent you, but we're gonna say each for every one commoner token, that's 10 citizens. So this is a good mix, but a good deal of it is family. This is a all mixed crowd, all family friendly event. And as Flaming Dragon is setting up their elaborate stage, there is a children's boar chase that is happening. So all the kids ages 6 to 10 come out, and we're gonna have the boar chase. And from your stand, Grike from your stand, all the cool word for stands that I just slipped my mind. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Bleachers. Everybody kind of filters down all these kids. Boys, girls, dressed all kinds of ways. There's a couple of boys that are dressed as they're all from the same family. They're all wearing this boar costume, but it's just a headpiece and it's Triboar. Oh, okay. It's they're doing the Triboar thing. Doyle rules. That's their family. So they're going out there. Tons of kids. For as many people are here, about 500. We're gonna say 100 easy. 90 to 100 kids are out there participating. And it looks like a wild time, and woo, they blow the whistle, go. So all that's happening, and it's just fucking chaos. The boar is way too fast for any of these kids. It's gonna just have to be eventually, worn down. So that's happening. So
that big cave box, whatever, that we left when you noticed something. Can I put a hole in it?
You poke a hole in the cage. Well, I mean, so if you guys are in the stands, the cage is maybe 80 feet away, being managed by this troop of performers. Are you leaving the stands, walking across by yourself for everybody to see in the middle of the boar chase? You can.
You could use the commotion of the board chase to sneak away, around and behind the back.
I mean, sure, yeah, but I mean, literally, it's physically being moved right now by people. Yeah.
Okay.
Think huge ass wooden wheels that barely move. They're just creaking along on, and this is not pavement. This is loose dirt. Think rodeo. So it's hard to scoot stuff. It's hard for wheels. So
the beginning scene of Jurassic Park where they've got the gigantic cage that they're trying to
Yeah, exactly.
have a connection point with.
Is Arcane Lock a touch spell?
Arcane Lock a what spell?
Touch.
I have it.
I.
Yes, it's touch.
Oh, darn it. Okay.
Mm.
Knock is 60 feet though.
Hmm.
I'm not 60 feet away.
Oh.
No, I was thinking about pass wall, where I just make a hole.
I say we explore this idea.
Well, Cal's dead.
Just stands up from the stands. Ah, knock! The cage bursts open.
Oh, that could be fun. All right, kids, now for the real chase.
Was it? Yeah, the Benny Hill music. But there's also all the kids in the. I mean that's true. It is very chaotic. The scene of kids and all the boar chasing. So if you were gonna sneak, this would be the time. But it's just like there's all the workers, you know. And the what's notable about the workers, they're all except for the main guy and Elazar, the boastful kind of financier of this troupe, this entertainment troupe that we met earlier at the Scorpion stand. Aside from the main guy and of the troupe and him, they all the performers, this is men and women, have shaved, if not like buzz cut hair, like very little hair. And additionally, they're let's see, Kal, since you're the one and you got a good perception, you're looking over there and you're like trying to get this thought goes to go through your head. You're like, I want to see what's in that cage, and you're like trying to look around these kids, like, can we get over there? Can we get it? And as you're looking for maybe a point of entry, you notice that these workers are all, in addition to their uniform, which is the performance, their outfit, they all are like weirdly without hair. It's like and some of them even have scars on their face that they're called flaming dragon, so they're some scar tissue. Right. Yeah. Very serious faces. Anyway, Nurvureem! Hey! She's here. I think first she would grab Null and just pick him up. And, he's at the wrong stand. Never mind. So never mind. Null's not there. Picks up Mando. Bam! Like, squeeze Mando.
Yes.
She's gonna go around. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. And I want her to be like Anne Hathaway in Alice in Wonderland. She plays the queen, and her hands are always up. Her arms. She's always like floating around. Oh. So like a darker version of that. But yeah, hugs, and she does like the French, side kiss on the face. Everybody kiss, 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 kiss. Except for Othavir and Gelrin and Lucius. Like, she doesn't know them. So really just Kal and Mando. And she's gonna especially look at Kal and kind of handle you. She's gonna like move you. Oh, well, look at you. And I think the last time you guys saw each other, you were in pretty bad shape. So she's like, you're looking well, and gonna like slap you on the butt in good as a good sport. Looking better, I see. Staying chipper. Looking fit. She does like her eyes get really big, and she does like a hand wave across you, and she closes her eyes, and I see you've picked up some items since we last encountered. And so for her point of view, she just kind of, all y'all's magic items just like lit up, kind of like fairy fire. And she's checking out your stuff. And she can kind of sense what everything, not maybe literally what it does, but she gets a gist of that you guys have come across some pretty badass pieces on your journey.
Look a lot better than I used to.
Oh yes, you've upgrades. She's
Your Schwartz is as big as mine.
And she's like, I'll say your blasters looks mighty. And then like tap your tank or whatever on your jetpack. Noting the connection between the two. She was gonna say she had homework. She was supposed to investigate what had happened. Does anybody remember from what she was supposed to go looking for? This is a long time ago.
Was she looking for the wizard who was kind of going between planes?
Yes. Yes. So, yes. I was going to say it's related to that, but I mean, like, yeah. So, Ilpa was the being that always rubbed, well, Greg and Nurvureem wrong. Greg never liked it. So once she had heard about the plane hopping, she went to investigate, and so when and by the way, I know you went to my house. I know anyway. But if you had continued through, there is a certain hallway that would have landed you in a quite a strange place. But it's good that you didn't go. But what I did learn, and I told you, Phandalin is much like a place where I grew up. It may not make sense at first, but it's worth taking at face value, the phrase itself, because you'll learn more in due time. But I must tell you that I know where Ilpa Drino comes from, and I had to make sure because he had changed his form, and for some reason he was able to trick even me. I couldn't see past the spell, but I am from a place called the Feywild. And all this is like, there's kids screaming, there's like parents
is that
yelling.
Like south of M, or?
Feywild is a place parallel to this one. There are many landmarks in my version of reality that are shared here in Faerun, but there are events, and some events are so strong that the repercussions are felt across, I'll say, every version of reality. What you see and hear and feel around you is only surface level. There are many different layers around us, and ways to access them magically or naturally, both. And you'll learn. I know it. And but one thing I can tell you is the house that you know to be mine, the mansion in Phandalin, in relation to the city's location, is very similar in my realm, and I will have to. There's something I have to show you there in the future, and not like that. Just someday, once we're finished, here at the event, maybe we can go. There's something I need to show you. But I will say I know where Ilpa Drino comes from.
I'll go anywhere you ask.
Everyone, there's Goblin is also at the end of the stretchers. And hogs are happening. Just one hog. Everyone hears like a loud squeal as one of the O'Doyle kids finally like lunges out and grabs the back legs of the beast just long enough for his brother to come around and try to get the head. But as soon as he does, the boar bucks and again is released and the kids keep chasing. It's a utter chaos. There's like drunk dads and uncles behind you guys screaming like this is an actual sporting event. Like, oh, come on! They think like everything's riding on this. There's like ale being sloshed around. Nurvureem, as this is happening, just kind of, she doesn't even flinch. As she's speaking to you guys, she just casually like left, right, left, and kind of like Matrix dodges all the ale splashing. But you guys do get a significant amount.
How much does the boar weigh?
I mean, this is a boar. This is a medium size, like a boar, like a dangerous animal that you shouldn't let kids try to go chase.
That's why I was wondering, is it big for the kids or is it a small boar?
So, fun fact, this is based on a real thing that I did when I was a kid at a rodeo. It was a calf, though, not a boar. But very dangerous in hindsight. Like, one stomp. Yeah, no rope or anything. They just let you out there and there you go.
Good luck.
Good luck. So, what are we doing?
Amanda's patiently waiting for the setup to be completed with this cage that is being rolled out. So he's just kind of sitting back and letting the beer slosh on him a little bit. He's got his own drink, partaking in a little bit, but just waiting.
Gal, right?
Ask him to lighten things up. He's going to use telekinesis to make the board fall. Make that board flag.
Oh God. Okay, let me get a boar out there.
So you're going to use telekinesis to turn the boar into a laser pointer that you're moving up.
Yes.
Yeah, because
What's make ability check? Well, that's ability by the creature's strength.
okay.
Ability.
So he makes a check.
Strength.
Yeah, his strength. I guess my ability would be my
New DC.
let's say DC.
Yeah.
16.
Fails.
Why do I not see it?
I see
Yeah,
it.
fails. I see the number.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
see
see
it.
the dice. It's like blacked. Like blacked out. Oh, yeah. Oh, 5th level?
So it doesn't matter.
Oh. Yeah, I fucked up.
Yeah, I just burned 5th levels like no
Right?
problem.
Like, shit!
I got
That is
plenty of
42.
spell slots left.
Yeah, it dumps a thing will dump a 7th level fireball.
Well, it lasts for 10 minutes, so don't lose your concentration.
Perfect. Well, while you distract him, Grykel sneaks back to the tent and get his weapons.
Ooh. So you can try. We can try to do this, but they're just so you know, as soon as you start going that way, all those dudes are still there. But yeah, you can try.
Well, I was gonna wait till the flying pig would hopefully distract even the staff. Not expecting a pig to be flying.
We're gonna say Mando. The song that Gob Billin sang included the flying pigs from y'all's Butterskull Ranch. No, that's just me bullshit. But it did. But it though.
So like, I can move it all around. On the other go of my 60-foot range. How many kids reacting to a flying board?
I'm gonna give you the. Should you have access to it now? I think you may be able to move it around.
I can. It'll be plugged in.
Oh, I can move it. I can add him.
Yeah, I can move it around if you add me.
Here we go.
And
Zen.
because I'm doing video, this computer's going so slow.
Leighton should have. There we go.
Yeah, I got it.
That's funny.
It's almost ancient, and then missing.
This is a very Harry Potter moment.
And I'm just doing singing down, so I'm like standing up doing it and just waving my dad in front of me.
Yeah.
While sitting down.
No, literally, this is that. I'm thinking of that scene in one of the Harry Potters where somebody gets caught for manipulating the ball or whatever from the stands.
Oh yeah.
You get like that security camera footage. Like, there it is.
So while he's doing that, I'm gonna pull a Snape and start charming, but instead of I'm not actually counter charming, I'm ritually casting detect magic.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me throw that out there.
So for me, it's not me like chanting. I'm
30 feet.
like watching this thing happen, and I'm like fiddling with my I pull a visor off on my helmet and I start fiddling around with it to try and put on my Technicolor visor again.
So with that, is the pig still alive? I don't think it's used to fly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna die.
It's not gonna die. No, it's a hardy boar.
It's really screaming bloody murder even louder now, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Wee, wee. Floating upside down. Wee, wee. Because I'm assuming it wouldn't look supernatural, like hopping around, because it's being moved. It's not like it's gained the ability to. Oh man. Physically, like I want to dive into that. Like, what is it? You're creating a center of gravity at the center of the thing, and that's what's moving, or are you like? Is it a big hand, like a Bigby's hand, that's moving it around, or is it like a?
It's telekinesis. It's got that kind of glow all around it, of it kind of like being paralyzed and.
Yeah, the creature is restrained, and you're telekinetic grip.
Like I think Susan Storm can do that, right? Invisible Woman, she can like trap people and move that around.
Yeah, just trap people in the air around them.
Nice. So for Mando, 30 feet. And we're gonna say these bleachers are like bigger, because to fit that many people. But so 30 feet. Let's see.
It doesn't seem like it even reaches about halfway to.
Yeah, but there's other stuff.
Where stuff is happening.
So, 30 feet. Are we doing the 360 rule? Or You
Well, yeah,
mostly-
it's a radius, so it's all directions.
Okay. So Mando, looking every direction at all times with his detect magic. So obviously you're drawn toward the center of the action. There's a lot going on. Flaming Dragon is still setting up. It's ridiculous. So the float is now in place, like the main trailer stage thing that they rolled out. But now there's like pop-ups being set up on top of that. So this thing just keeps like Russian dolls. It's like, Jesus, when is this gonna stop? Like it's just so theatrical. As you tweak your visor and set your adjustments to your readings to pick up the right frequency, there's nothing in front of you because it only like again. Well, I mean, Nurvureem is like blinding. Shit.
I'm assuming transmutation.
Yeah, there's
all
a
around
lot
her.
going on here with Nurvureem. But aside, barring her, you're looking around, and much like kind of she did to you guys, you're picking up your items and Kal's. He's rocking that staff of magic. It's not. And let's see, does Oathevere? I don't think. Oathevere doesn't have anything on him, and Gelrun doesn't have anything on him. This stands. There are two individuals. We're gonna say to your left, and one to your left, one to your right, and toward the fringe of your radius. The children 6 to 10 are currently chasing boars. All the other people, so younger than that, kids, and then like adolescents, teens, parents, they are still in the stands. Two of the individuals Mando picks up are like late teens. We're gonna say late. One is late teens, the other one is like mid-teens, like 15 and like 8 to 18 ish, And there is not like Nurvureem, obviously, but they're like a necklace, like a pendant. There seems to be a little dangly thing at the end of a necklace that both of them, they seem very similar. And roll for perception.
So they're not sitting together, but I'm seeing a magical element about their necklace that looks the same.
Yes.
You said perception?
Nah. Or if you want to roll
16.
Yeah. Okay, 16. I'm still trying to get good at like waiting for y'all to ask something and then me say the thing. Roll for this, but okay. 16. As you
So yeah, that would make me suspicious, because I don't know for there to be any like enchanter in town that's like making this a bunch of the same thing, or that even happens very frequently in a town like this.
And these are commoners. These are not adventurers like you guys. You stick out in this place, and you'll notice this is just family people. These are not. There are some knights working security, some veterans. There are some individuals here among you guys. They're not nearly as strong, but they're professionals, and the rest are just literally just townsfolk, like your neighbors and stuff. And 16, you notice that these teens, their hair is shorn. It is very, very short, and much like the performers out on the promenade, that's not the word I want to use, whatever, the stage area, they kind of have a similar vibe, kind of an angsty teen angst. They just little vibe to them. But other than that, I mean, would it stick out more than like every other teen ever? I don't know. they're just kind of like that, you know. So, but the hosts don't have magic items, so there's that.
I'll elbow Cal and point to the one on my left and say, does that kid look a lot like the performers out there?
You seem like including the and the terminating. And yes. Is he trained or something?
Well, I look to my right. Well, that kid looks similar too, and they're both wearing magical necklaces.
How like subtle are you being about this?
Well, it's like loud around us, so I'm assuming
is.
I can speak with a fairly regular like volume of voice, or else I wouldn't even be heard.
Right.
I can tell what school of magic those necklaces are. What color am I seeing?
What am I gonna make up? Let me see. So those, what they do? What color is Nurvureem?
I don't think the color quite matters more than the school of magic.
Oh, I'm asking you. What color is she? To your advisor.
She is a lime, kind of mixed with teal green.
Nice. So very similar, like the inside of a glow stick. A little bit of specks. Where Nurvureem kind of emits this constant radiant glow, and so her magic is so strong. I'm gonna even say that you view her this way, she knows it, and she'll even play with the way she looks and appears too. It's just like fluctuating, like a jellyfish or an octopus.
You cuttlefish in me?
Yep. Cuttlefish, like just to fuck with you. But you do, if she's not fucking with you and she's just like, that subtle lime green kind of teal, that's the same color that these pendants are giving off.
Okay.
Do you think it's bad magic?
I mean, I now have to be very wary of Fey magic, because that's what this fucking Ilpa dude was. And Nurvureem just confirmed it. And yeah, I should I feel down for the Dark Sunblade, which I know does extra damage to Fey. I'm like, do I feel it vibrating at all?
Question. Well, I mean, because Nurvureem's here, so you do.
Yeah, so like just the mixture of those things, man, there's like, I think something's going down.
Grike,
You
the
Yes.
puddle in front of you. Make a perception check.
Oh, goodness. I'm not going to throw to the. Let's see what it does. Oh, well. That's an 11.
Okay.
I have an 18
Anyways.
passive investigation.
Oh no. Anyways,
I have an 18 passive perception.
oh, do you? I mean, that's better. So, yeah, I wanted to happen. So, Greg, that's I mean, that's why. Yeah, I put it there. That's the whole reason. So, yes, you're I missed the. It like disappeared. I thought I saw your roll, but it like disappeared.
It's on D&D Beyond, but it's not on the
Oh, my bad.
Roll20 thing.
18. The rumbling of the not vehicles. What would you rumble? Yeah, yeah. The cart, the craft, the vessel being dragged and everything, and these kids. This giant puddle in front of you. There's been like minor ripples the whole time just from all the commotion. In fact, you know, if the crowd gets crazy enough and the effect is seen in the puddle, but it dies down, and there's still chasing happening, and the piss pond is still mostly tranquil now, but there is a noticeable, and only because you're Mr. Nature and 18 passive perception, there's a very Jurassic Park style in the puddle, like a ripple. No one else around you seems to notice or react to anything. There's a lot going on right now, and it's loud, and things are happening, but you notice that. Feel it.
Oh, joy. Oh, yeah, I don't know if Greg would say anything because I think he's kind of excited to see what's about to happen. Like, oh, something.
Yeah, no, this is a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, this can only mean good things.
Ooh, what's making that big ripple?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, excited. Like, he's more inclined to. He doesn't distrust these guys to get because he hasn't heard what him and like Kal and Mando have been over there scheming about. So he's like, oh, I wonder if it's part of the show. Maybe they are bringing something big. This will be cool. He's nudging Noel like, how much money do we have? How much can I like wager? Like, screw it, I'll just wager.
Is it like, are they activating a spell, or is it just an object?
It's just an object, from what I can tell.
Cut to the Nine Hills. You're probably wondering how I ended up here. We pick up a Descent into Avernus campaign.
Daniel gets back. How did we get here? Well,
oh shit.
You mentioned two of them, so I guess the older kid
Nice.
dispel magic on the object or magical effect.
Yep. So
It's still more like there's
well, this is interesting because it's I don't know how to explain it without spoiling. Let me yeah. So what if the thing is like inert and you still picked it up? Like it's not active. could it be dispelled if it's not active?
Yes.
So I guess it would
Nice.
be the object, so I would be stopping it from
Nice.
everyone in there.
So yes, you're targeting the older one.
And check
Yes.
their reaction.
So he's going to. Oh shit! There's another thing I can't do. That's one. I'll roll it in person. You see it. It's surprise. Okay, what swear I'm gonna start making little 3-minute DM videos, like tips and stuff, trying to get people to our channel. One of them is gonna be these little fucking snack things. It's genius. Okay, so I'm rolling 10 plus spells. Wait, on a successful check. So, Cal, what do I
Cal
do?
would roll.
Oh, he rolls.
Cal would have to roll. You have to let him. If it's 3rd level or lower, it stops. If it's 4th level or higher, you let us know what level it is, and that's the DC.
Okay.
The check that he has to meet to spell it.
In this, so what would I think? I have what I think it's. Okay, I know what it is in my head. So for each spell of 4th level or higher on target, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. That's you. That's Cal.
Yes.
Do you want me to roll it for you, or do you have access?
We'll get, like, what do I have to...
Here we go.
It's a muscle level. What do I have to do?
Oh, my bad. You don't have to roll anything. It's 10 plus your spell's level. I'm sorry. I understand now. It is. I'm gonna say it's 4th level.
So he'd have to roll a check and beat a DC 14.
Let me double check.
It's gonna be 10 plus the spell's level. And by check, it's just you can just do like a spell attack because that's a ranged.
Yes, it's a 4th level spell.
It's your casting modifier.
He said it's just an attack.
Right.
Like a. Yeah. So you would tap your. I mean, I can do it. Let's see, character sheet.
Spell attack or just...
Spells. Spell attack bonus. So I think you would roll a 20, d20 at 8. I think
Yeah, I think so.
DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. So it needs to meet a 14. You have a modifier of 8. So you need to roll higher than math.
I'm just gonna have a plus 10, so...
Oh, okay. I'm going off your, I mean, whatever it is. I'm going off your roll 20 character sheet, whatever it is.
Okay, that's what I got.
Cool. Fuck. Yeah.
28.
28. Yeah. So
That'll do it.
now what I'm gonna let you guys say when something is disabled, nothing happens. Like nothing physically happens. Like would anybody notice? Like should you have to make a sleight of hand check right now for that guy not to notice what just happened to his pendant?
Well, it has both verbal and somatic components.
So it's like it for anybody knowing what magic is, which I guess in this crowd would be fewer people, but I mean, it's pretty obvious that he had just cast a spell.
The one you're targeting, though, for sure would. I don't know if I'll stick with it, but go ahead and just make a sleight of hand check. I know this is abnormal. I realize it's abnormal.
Most of his only ability because I'm already floating the board.
I still want to say disadvantage because it's pretty chaotic. And then I'll roll his. Okay, let me see. Let me roll his.
You got a 9.
I see it. I'm gonna roll this guy's. Okay, he's got a 0, so 13. Shit. Okay. So, what do you say? The verbal component. What's the verbal component?
So, I don't know what I actually say. I have to say anything.
Yeah, you would, because you're able to cast it. It's like you're channeling the power through the staff. You would still have to, like, you're moving the staff around, and I'm imagining the staff gives you the words to cast the spell.
Yeah, tell
So
it what to do.
Yeah, you got to unlock the staff.
So how is that phrased? So Kal is sitting there and not being crazy subtle with his staff operating the boar out there, and now Mando's like also done a little counter charm or whatever it is next to him. So, and this guy's roll, I'll do 2. So that'll be the first one. Shit. Okay, so this guy just, he didn't know exactly what you were doing when he noticed you operating the boar using your telekinesis, and he wasn't for sure on if Mando was, literally interacting with the thing the way you are, but he had a hunch. However, when you cast the spell, there was, how you're in a crowd sometimes and it's like really loud and you're trying to make a point and someone asks you to repeat it, you're like, blah, blah, blah. You're like, what? You're blah, blah, blah. And there's like a lull and you shout it really loud and you're like, oh fuck, that was way too loud. Like, and everybody heard you and you feel like everybody's looking at you. So just for a split second, this massive crowd around you just lulled and you're like, dispel! And I'm like, oh shit, like immediately it was like super audible. And okay, roll a d6. On 1 or 2 it hits a kid.
Yeah. How high up was it?
I mean, yeah, Kal. How high up was it? How many d6s?
20, 30 feet? Okay, so
right out of
D6 on a commoner child. Okay.
average HP of 1.
Yep. Is this an area of effect boar or?
Casting large quick.
And you roll a d6?
I did. I don't know if it went.
Oh shit! Sorry, I don't see.
One.
I didn't see one.
Oh no, you got a 1. Damn it. Okay. Now there's like an incident. We won't kill him, but I will say the boar landed on a child, and that is going to end the boar chase, because now there's a mother that rushes from your stand, but not directly behind you, kind of toward the edge there, closer to Goblin, rushes out there. Ah, my baby! Ah! Rushes out there to pick up the.
Somehow the kid screams louder than the boar did.
Then let's see if the kid's okay. Oh no, he's fine. So the kid. There's a moment of silence as everybody's kind of in suspense, waiting to see what's going to happen. And as soon as this was one of the O'Doyle kids with the boar head, so the boar lands reclining again. But as soon as the mom picks him up, he gives like a victory, arms up, yeah, yay! Everybody goes back to cheering, yay! But
He's not looking too good though. Or,
I mean, he's jacked up, but he's fine. He's a little dizzy. But worse for wear, he'll be all right.
Kids are invincible.
Right. God, my daughter. Oh my God, I'm getting like paranoid. She falls so much. Okay,
That's why they're squishy.
Right, just squish. Keep bouncing. Ooh. Nice. Oh, cool. Nice. Oh, for 7. I mean, that's more. This kid feels better than he's ever felt. This kid feels 300% right now. That's cool though. That's a nice touch. So the child kind of roughed up. He had some blood, but he's like a boy. So yeah, well, fuck yeah. And his wounds like Wolverine style. With your intervention, whoop, seal back up. Ah, what the hell? Very cool. The children all, like I said, there's like easily 100 out there about, and the boar is finally caught, and yay, the crowd goes nuts, and the drunk dads like by now some have like gotten into fist fights over this like non-crucial event, but mostly it's just very cheers, everybody's hugging, yay. As the children start to make their way back, and as they're filtering, kind of feeding back into the stands, you'll notice everybody didn't roll anything. Everybody notices the flaming dragon. The stage is now there. Appear to be some pyrotechnics involved as torches are being there's like a one central source of fire, and then like they're using that to light these torches and handing them out, and these torches are going around. There's some set pieces that are being engulfed in flames that are like on purpose, and then there are some stands that are like arms reaching out, and they're with kind of like gargoyle style claws, like hands reaching out on several different pieces from the set. Yeah, we just went to Tenacious D. That was awesome. I'm getting inspiration from that. But in the hands that are reaching out, some of the performers are setting in the torches, and so there's a lot of those going on. Lots of fire, lots of torching fire.
So what did the amulet do?
He rolled a 20 on his perception. So notice that you guys, and you're strangers, he doesn't know you. He has no reason to, dislike you, fear you, whatever. You're just like some guys. But he does notice your antics, and we're gonna say because of his experiences, and it sucks that Lucius isn't here. I could delve a little bit deeper, but because of his experiences, yeah, he's not like I think Josh said earlier. These people aren't generally Greg did super aware of magic. Like this is pretty much just common folk. This is not there's no wizards walking around except that one weird guy. But I will say because you were focusing on the spell at the time, you were like, looking at him probably. When you tried to spell magic, you noticed him, noticing me, seeing you. So, the only reason he rolled really well. I'm sorry. Like he rolled really well. So he was fishy. And when you did that, his or I'm going to say, for all intents and purposes, the glow that you saw fade, like he felt it fade, and it might not have been, visibly noticeable, but he's like, what the fuck? He knows that you just cast what you cast. This individual, as this is happening, his little brother runs back up into the stage. Two little brothers, not the wolf kids, sorry, the boar kids, but different kids. And as he's like grabbing his pendant and looking at you, and he almost like scorns you. This look that he gives you. His little siblings come up and like tackle him, and they've all kind of like, they're covered in dirt. They've all got little scraps of boar fur in their hair. A couple of them got their bloody nose, but they're having so much fun out there. They just got roughed up running around, those kids. But he's very distracted by all this, and he just like loses concentration for a second. But as the children draw their attention, the parents start to grab them, dust them off, and everything. You see this guy, again, young man, kind of slink into the shadows and like kind of dart away from his family, due south. We're gonna say, like, classic, get the hell out of here, run under the bleachers to escape. So he did that. What do you all do?
I mean, if he does that, Mando's gonna make an attempt to slip away to go see where to go follow him.
Okay,
Mando's right beside me. So,
You know what?
Mando's right beside me. So, behind him.
Oh.
Turn on invisible.
Oh. Shit. Oh, Mando's invisible.
Okay.
Eyelash encased in gum Arabic.
Let's say Greg just happened to look over as he sees Mando just disappear. So now Greg's interested. He's looking over like, what's going on over there now?
I just heard the toilet flush in the guest bathroom. I didn't know Alex was there. I was like, what the fuck? There's nobody here. Who else is
Okay, yeah, so I turn invisible apparently as I slink away.
Oh god. Okay. Okay.
So if I notice that I turn invisible, then I'll break into a run.
If you notice. Purple somatic. I mean, so he would have said something. Cal, what's the verbal component? Okay, I got you. I mean, that doesn't inherently say, I'm casting a spell on you. It's just, okay, so.
No, he was.
I got you. Right, he looks down. Whoa. Real quick, I need to actually take a bathroom break also. So,
Sure.
1 minute.
Because I get targeted by a spell, they can absorb the spell. And plus, that gains 4d6 plus 2 charges daily.
And we're back. The Flaming Dragon forming troop has finally set up their attraction, their spectacle. Mando is, I guess, trailing a disgruntled youth. I'm not gonna do tokens with this. We're gonna say you success. Let's make a what would this be? Tracking. What'd you make us roll the other day for keeping up with that guy?
Constitution.
Constitution. No, no, that's dumb. There's not enough area. Well, now that you know this guy and he's on your radar and he's, you're looking for him. He, because of his shaved head, because of his apparel, which is currently, I mean, what you can see is a robe, and it does not stick out that much. It's just a brown robe, kind of like I'm envisioning a friar or something. You know, very, very plain. He's not wearing what most of the people his age are wearing. Kind of, you know, this is cowboy town. This is dusters. You got vests. You got,
He's the weird kid in the trench coat. Got it.
Chaps, exactly. Fucking, how much the clothes cost in the Matrix? Yeah, he's that guy. Emo, you know. So you're tracking him, and if we're gonna, I guess some amount of clicking is necessary. You're invisible, so as everyone's running around. Never mind. As everyone's filtering back into the stands, Mando's chasing this guy. He kind of hugs the perimeter, the teen, and goes up to. You'll see him go up to the top of the entrance where you guys came in, and over he crosses, and he's going toward the exit, and he appears to leave. Mando. At this point, so he's crossing that threshold, right? He's leaving the arena and going back into the
But he's got to go through where all those dudes are.
Yes, yeah, he does. He goes through with no problem. He as soon as he gets up there, he is rushing, like he's looking very hurried in his actions until he gets to the guard, and then he's just like playing it cool, like. Whatever, cops. He like moves past them, but I mean they have no reason to stop him. There's no reason to. They're only there keeping weapons out. That's really their only mission right now, is make sure nobody hurts anybody and no weapons stay out. So the kid going out, no issue. Are you pursuing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lost something. It was looking at
Oh, okay. Yes. Are you spelling it? Or are you just watching?
just watching.
Okay.
See if you can evolve.
And you didn't have the detect magic up, so you don't have that same vibe that Mando was getting. But he is there, and now that he's on your radar, yes, this dude definitely sticks out. Like, he's creepy. If Lucius was here, I would chime in like the rumblings, the complaints of the wealthy women, his clients that he's been getting about their sons being their kids being influenced by Flaming Dragon. I didn't say the word cult. They never. The women never said the word cult, but it's Lucius he said it. So very cult-like in their behavior. Seemingly overnight-ish, just giving up all their beliefs and refusing to practice religious ceremonies and stuff like that. So the effect of this performance troupe has permeated the community. If Lucius were here, that's what's Endo.
So
actually,
like he was kind of walking the perimeter. Since I know I'm invisible,
yeah.
I was just kind of splitting the difference as he walks and just kind of walking through the middle of the rodeo.
Yeah.
So I'm like, by the time he gets to the front and is trying to like slow his roll and be cool, I'm pretty close to him, just walking because I know no one can see me.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check. Because this is like loose dirt rodeo. Any movement kind of kicks up, dust. I've got my knights here. Further veterans.
And due to my boots of elven kind, I will roll that with advantage.
Look at you.
My
20.
boots of elven kind leave no trace as I walk.
Versus, probably. Versus, no, I don't want to know what perception is in theory. I want to roll perception.
My boots.
Oh, shit.
While I
see
wear
that?
these boots, my steps make no sound regardless of the surface I'm moving across.
No, that's fine. There's no sound. It's a visual spectacle as you run through this loose dirt. You guys have seen a barn, right? A barnyard. It's very loose. It's like a very, very fine sand almost, but like poofy. So I didn't even roll 2 guards. I rolled one of them and they got a 22. So the kid is exiting, and the guard they don't hear anything, but there is this set of footprints making its way toward them, kicking up a lot of dust, and they will.
I would argue that they have disadvantage on seeing me because I'm invisible and I'm making no sound.
Well, it's
and
not
there's
you.
a
Though.
lot of fanfare.
I understand, but it's not you though. This has nothing to do with you. It's the environment you're interacting with. Like if this was like a street, sure. Literally, they would not. There's no reason to assume you're there. If it was even the forest, there's no reason because you would be stepping on twigs and shit, but it wouldn't make a noise. There would be no visual. Here, however, because I grew up on a farm, I know that there is a visual. Something heading toward them. It doesn't really affect the story. I just needed, that's how that would play out. Unless Mando was being very, very, very careful, but you just said you like beelined it, chasing the dude. The guys are going to. I'm going to say they have a halberd-ish type, or at least sticks, spears, and instinctively just block the way, seeing these footsteps rushing up on them. And, oh, who's there? Who's there? What is this? One of them screams. The other one has no idea what's going on. He's like, what? Huh? He's like, and he instinctively also grabs his weapon, just pointing it, but he's you can tell looking at him, he doesn't know what he's pointing it at.
Does this happen before or after the kid I'm following
Just
got
made it through. Just made it through. But you can see where he's going. From where you are, the area where you guys got your drinks, it was the southwestern building in that first lot of Happy Horse Ranch. This kid beelines it past the adults and goes straight into that building, and then you don't see him after that. These guards, so they still can't see you, but they have seen this.
I stop moving.
Okay, so the dust that has been kicked up as you're in your movement just like settles down, and even when there's fresh footprints in this kind of dirt, it's all random. It looks like it's not like sand. It doesn't go smooth with the wind. It's like always constant ripples. So if you were to stop right there, yeah, they can't tell like, oh, he's standing right there. Like it's just random. Okay, they don't see you.
Okay. I just wait them out to see if they stop looking in my direction.
I'm gonna make a poke check, and you're gonna counter it with Dex. We'll just do Dex. So the veteran, the one who can see you, I'm only gonna do this once. The one who can see you, the other one doesn't believe. He thinks he's drunk. The one who can see you is going to kind of poke in your direction, and it's gonna be a Dex check. So he's going to roll
Are you kidding me?
20. Dice. So, it's funny because
Do I have any kind of inspiration from anything I've ever done in the past?
So, I mean, yeah. I mean, if I were to say no, that'd be just crazy because y'all haven't used your inspiration like at all. So, I mean, I can't recall an exact moment, but yeah, if you really want to use it, yeah, that's
I'll save it.
okay. So, he goes out waving his spear back and forth, and just he was not very skillful about it at all. He just happens to like whoop left to right, swat, and his spear stops in midair. And see, I told you, something's here. He tells this guy. He doesn't stab you, but he's like poking. He's like dink, dink, dink. So when that happens, you're still invisible? Like it's still happening?
Well, I think as soon as he like touches me or hits me, the invisibility goes away.
Oh, he does? Okay, so he does that, and he whacks you, and it all happens. You pump up. What do you say?
So as he taps me in a predator style, like the invisibility's like falling away, like you see like my thigh and my like arms, and then me
Shoulder cannon.
Yeah. Well, shoulder cannon's not there right now. I have to summon that in. He goes, "Oh, you got me. I was testing out one of my tricks for the show."
What are your tricks? Roll persuasion for sure. Against I'll do
these rolls. God.
I'm gonna use both these rolls. So you say you're testing the defenses. The guy who was sure that you were there and he's been vindicated. He's like, yes, aha! He's whacking you. He's trying to get his friend's attention. He's there. I'm gonna use the 7 for the other guy. The one who did not see you at first happens to be not the commanding officer, but the supervisor. Because they're like off-duty cops. These are like security guards. So the supervisor's like taps on the guy. He's like, okay, all right, you've had your fun. All right. So he like heard that. So the one guy is convinced that you're up to something, but his supervisor's like, okay, like there are higher priority problems, right? There are drunks punching each other in the stands over a child's game right now. There are weapons all over the place that they're trying to keep out. Dangerous animals. There's fire now. There's like, I mean, one invisible guy with no weapons. Like, just let it go. Okay. So, all right. So the one kind of gives you a scowl, like, I know you're up to something, but he just goes back to his post, and the other one just doesn't give a shit. He's just here. It's like I got 2 hours left. He's just counting the minutes.
I turn around and head back to the stands.
Hot damn! Thank you, dice. I was not ready to. All right.
Really took a left turn there.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you. As Mando heads back, like the George Michael sad walk, Arrested Development. Charlie Brown.
Mando casts detect magic. Oh look, he's taking a left turn. Mando chases after the thing. Oh look, he's taking another left turn.
Cal, the other kid. So are you kind of spying now, or what's the deal? Side eye, playing it cool though.
Yeah.
So
If Mando can notice the one was. And see if he does anything.
for his 2. Okay. Ooh, lightning. Ooh. Most auspicious. So he doesn't notice shit. This guy, he rolled a 2. He is younger. This kid's about 15, you know. He's like right at puberty. Like puberty just hit this kid. Aside from the pop marks on his face, he's got breaking out zits. You know, his shaved head is like, now I'm using personal experience. There are nicks everywhere. Like wounds.
Doesn't know how to shave yet.
Exactly, because he doesn't know how to shave yet. He's got, but you can tell he's been like, there are no burn marks on this kid. He has, you can tell the difference. I'm giving you a lot of information here, Cal. You can tell there's a difference between the performers, which is some of them, it's like, they're almost like branded off. Some of their scarring even has some like texture to it, like a design to it, almost like symbology to it, where they burned off their hair. This kid, though, it's just, he's like imitating. Right. Just like when Sean can't afford to go to the barber, he causes himself to bleed. But yeah, cool. And other than that, he sticks with his family for the most part, but he does have that same kind of bad attitude, like angsty, and flaming dragon takes the stage. Anything else? Or flaming dragon stage?
Great thing over there, I think.
Speaking of
No, I think he's just getting excited watching this battle. Like excited for something big coming.
Great. I'm gonna say there have been shit. How much time has passed? How much time has passed? I'm gonna say there is a increasing frequency to these ripples. It started as one caught your attention, and then it did seem big. You know, it's like there are disturbances because there's a lot going on, and but there was one that seemed to kind of overtake. It would like die down and go back to the smaller ripples, and then boom, another one like a minute later. And boom, now it's like 50 seconds. And so as you know, Mando and Kal, they're over there doing crazy shit. They're, you know, detecting magic, they're dispelling magic, they're doing invisible shit, they're going all around. You're watching Flaming Dragon and this cage and the smaller cages and the ripples in the pond right in front of you, and that you just there's an increasing frequency to those ripples. You also feel it in your shell, like in the stands, you know, under your feet, but no one's reacting around you.
This will be fun.
Night sail. Okay. So, if we're all taking our seats for Flaming Dragon, the charismatic leader. His name's Blaze. Steps out. Behold, followers of Flaming Dragon. How are we doing tonight? And like everybody, whoa, everyone around you. Grike and Kal. So Grike from your stand, Kal from your stand, as the Flaming Dragon, as he lands on that, how are we doing tonight? Welcome to Flaming Dragon. He's going to land on Flaming Dragon. There's like a plume of fire and smoke that explodes behind him, the kind of the pyrotechnics that are working the stage, and clearly meant to get a rise out of the audience. And everybody, whoa! And I don't know if anybody's been to the Batman show back in the day at Six Flags. They had the flames with the Batmobile and everything, and like you could feel that on your face in the audience. The flames being emitted from the stage, it's like, whoa, everyone is lit up and feels that burn, those in the front rows as this goes up. Kal and Grike, in your respective stands. Kal, actually going back to Mando, the 30 feet, that'll get you, let's see, there's 10. There's 10 of those 10. That would fill up like 6 spots. That would be big. So with your detect magic, you're only perceiving maybe 20% of the stands, right? And just with that 20%, you were able to pick up 2 individuals that were different. We'll say, well, they were carrying magic items. But the actual stand that you're on, it's much larger. We'll say there's like 4 of the areas you're able to cover in one of those spells per stand. Kal and Grike notice there are several young people in the audience, mostly boys, but there are some girls with the shaved heads. Again, with the shaved heads and the kind of plain robes. And when these flames are going off, everybody's excited. Everybody, period. Who took the drinks earlier? It was Mando and Kal. Yeah, right. So can you guys roll perception, Mando and Kal? Grike didn't interact with that, right? Grike didn't.
No.
Null and Grike were not doing drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Kal. So Kal can see it. Oh yeah, for sure. So both y'all. The cocktails you picked up earlier. The Flaming Dragon was one of them, and it was like perpetually sold out. Everybody seemed to be slamming those at the bar. And then there was the Goblin drink that neglected. Nobody was messing with it. That you took. The Flaming Dragons, you'll notice the people who are responding most rambunctiously, most fanatically to the spectacle of Flaming Dragon, they're the ones who have been taking these shots. You'll notice that there's, especially Mando, I guess, with the 22, these people, men, women, this isn't like, a certain kind, this is not just the affected youth. This is everybody, right? This is most people who are drinking have been grabbing these shots, and they're slamming them, and it just, their eyes are, everybody's reflecting the flames that are going off in this show, right? Everybody's kind of getting lit up like that, but their eyes, for some reason, something sticks out to you about those who have been imbibing from this Flaming Dragon. It seems like they're just normal intoxication. You would obviously label that as, oh, that person's drunk. This is just something strange about it. There's just like a fever about it, like a fever. I already said it. And in addition, Kal and Mando, I won't say anything mechanically yet, but you guys feel like pretty good right now. Pretty good. Flaming Dragon begins their show. So, we covered some stuff. I thought maybe y'all would talk to Nurvureem more, but it's okay. The show starts, and very much like if anybody's seen Cirque du Soleil, how the performers just it's like it's dancing and acrobatics, but it's like, I don't know, it's like a fusion of all those things with the music, and it's like watching the music on a score come to life almost. It's like the people are embodying the musical notes that the composer would be looking at directing the orchestra. It's like everybody plays their own part, and they would crescendo toward moments of great physicality, including like stacking each other, like I've said, those acrobat or cheerleader style, where they make the human pyramid, and then like one does a backflip off that. They have risers. That was what was taking so long with the stage. It's like once they got the stage out there, the pyro set in, and they had to get the ballast that could support these swinging acrobats as they the flames dance across the stage. They're going back and forth, thinking the Batman movie where Robin's introduced, except it's not sad and nobody dies. Like it's the Flying Graysons. So I didn't write anything down. I didn't make it like a speech, but you can imagine different stages of a acrobatic exemplar, just a total human body at like 100% efficiency, what it can do. There's guys out there doing iron crosses, they're like holding up their entire body with just the upper body strength, and it's insane. And in addition to these like physical beats, they're again the pyro behind them. It's like the whoosh, whoosh, every time they would land on a beat, it seems to like explode behind them. And it sort of they end with a it looks like a frog leap thing that they're doing with each other. But at the end, they all end up like a column of one, and there's 8 performers stacked on top of each other. So the bottom guy, he's like supporting 7 other people weight at the bottom, and then another guy comes in, and this guy's huge. So there's all these acrobatic performers. This one that comes out is obviously, he's like the mountain from Game of Thrones. He's like 3 times bigger than any other performer, and he's holding this giant oversized torch as he comes out, and this column of guys out there of performers. And here we go. So Grike as the large man, and I'm envisioning the Silent Hill demon guy with the big triangle on his head, the pyramid, and he's got the big axe or whatever, the scythe or whatever it is. Kind of that vibe, just massive muscle and shit, and his head's covered. He comes out there with this huge torch, like the Olympic torch, like the last one before they light, like the big shit with eternal flame, whatever the shit is. Gripe, the frequency of the ripples is just boom, 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 and then so you're feeling you're seeing this, and for the first time, people around you, you'll notice one person, like one mother next to you, reacts, and she looks down at the ground. You notice her looking down at the ground, obviously in reaction to what you are also feeling, right? Like you've been feeling this, but you've been feeling it for a while, but it just touched the most its first non-special person, non-adventurer. So that's happening, and as the pillar of people rises, boom, boom, the leader of the group comes out, and the large the Silent Hill guy holds up his flame as if he's about to do something crazy, and the announcer comes out and he's addressing the whole crowd. Gives like an "Are you not entertained?" Moment to everybody. Ah! Everybody flies up, and then real quick, I need to check people's languages. No one has Ignan, right? No one took Ignan as a language. I think Greg's got Primordial. That's the closest, but I don't think anybody.
No.
Everyone hears a chant, and this guy doesn't have the same vocal enhancer that Goblin did, like a magical megaphone. It's just he's so loud just on his own. You know, he doesn't need a mic. He addresses the crowd, but the first thing he says, "Triboar!" And everybody, "Rah!" You know, the response is wild, and again behind him the flames rise up. Triboar. After the word Triboar, this individual brings his hands together in like a big clap. And when he does, as soon as the palms smack each other, a big spark of flame come out from from the middle, I guess, from the impact. After he says Triboar. And from that point on, there are these two flames in either hand of him. Of his hands, and he addresses the crowd. He holds his arms out very wide, and he begins some words that no one here understands, but this is in Ignan. He begins, and on that last part, on that everyone in the stands hears it repeated from people near you. If that makes sense. So it's like a chant, and it's started by the dude on the stand, and it's completed by some, not all, some people around you. So it's like they're in response to his. It's like a response to his call. So. And it's like he's taking deeper breaths each time. He's saying it louder each time. And each time he lands on that last word, imix, it seems like everybody in the stands who is also saying that is with, again, Grike, like those increasing frequency in the ripples. It's like this is increasing volume every time someone responds. Imix! And Kal, the guy you've been kind of tracking, the young kid. Again, all the adults and everyone who's been imbibing of these Flaming Dragon drinks is kind of like wild-eyed right now. It's like they're way more excited about something than like an adult should be, you know? Like all adults are kind of like, yeah, I'm about this, but like to a certain level. You know, I'm not crazy about it, you know? But it just seems like all ages are manic about what is happening right now, and particularly that magic item youth that you were tracking seems to. I'm going to say conversely. So to contrast the manic behavior of the crowd, right? This otherwise disgruntled youth who a few minutes ago seemed to be like the most, one of the most unstable, disgruntled, frustrated among all of them. In this chaos seems to have complete calm, and that strikes you as odd. And that's you, Grike. In your stand, You are also witnessing the same thing. I'll say you weren't, Greg's over here. Greg and Null, you didn't have your eyes on anybody in particular like Mando and Kal did, but just in like general awareness, like especially Greg with his 18 perception, you're looking around and there's like, you also notice this, like without having to check, these grown-ups, these adults are like acting like very immature, like with not animosity, just vigor that's like misplaced, like why are we so excited? I don't understand. And then a few of the, I'm gonna say, actually I'm gonna roll for it. Greg notices 2 individuals similarly, and I'm sorry, I know that like Greg wouldn't know that Cal's also seeing this, I'm sorry, but like Greg, you notice that there are 2 teen individuals, not the same one, but in the group on your side, who again, it's weird how calm they are. They're just kind of, they have the classic head tilted down, eyes looking for like a psychopath, like those mugshots of people like, how do you know someone's crazy? Well, if their mugshot looks like this, there's a good chance. So yeah, they're all looking like, and you could tell they're muttering something. Like there's this big chant that's happening over the crowd, like this overall, like, what do we want? Where do we want it now? Like, there's this kind of syncopated thing that's happening with the crowd, but in a contrast to that, there's these youths. Again, shaved head, shaved eyebrows, just like no hair on them whatsoever. Very humble robes, it seems. And I'm gonna say,
Damn youths.
both of them actually. Both of these that Grike is clocking. Both of them have those burn marks that you tell that have been. They've used heat to get rid of their hair, like electrolysis, but it's fireolysis. That's on your side, and everyone. Even the boys are my mix, and go ahead.
Because he wasn't with us, and
Yeah.
it's really fun. What is this? Just for Thompson.
Awesome. I mean, okay, yeah. Okay. Constant-
Radius numbing that's total of 60 feet behind it. With advantage against speed and blinded charge. What is the stun?
Very good. And that would cover. Let me look. Mando, Nurvureem, Ultavir, Galrin, Lucius. So there's that. Purifying energy. Yep. All them. I'll say. Well, okay, non-hostile creature. Okay, so that's a lot of people. Yeah. Well, that's not exact. I mean, those you know what I'm saying? Like those spaces aren't exact, but yeah, good. I'm gonna say you catch a good portion. If Mando's detect magic could cover a quarter of the space, then this should also be a quarter of the space. You can cover a quarter of the people in the stands from your position. Very good. Cool. Okay. As the the leader of the group begins this chant, and there is something happening behind him. You can't tell exactly there. In addition to the one Silent Hill guy who's like seemingly squaring up to set this column of performers on fire, there's also, I can't put this back together. Oh, it's upside down. pyro happening behind it. So like different performers operating the mechanics behind it. And it's syncopated with his chant. So blaze. Blaze will come up. And I'm thinking like Mad Max Beyond Fury Road, like those vehicles they had blasting out the fire from the engine and stuff. So it's like that. Very huge spectacle. Grike, these ripples are just increasing and at this point it's like a self-contained puddle, but the splashes, it's just so big at this point. The piss is everywhere. It's no longer a pond anymore. It's like everywhere. It's splashing so big. And as soon as the guy lands on his, I'm gonna say it's 10 times he said this. On the 10th time he chants his chant. When he says the word immix, so do all of these people in the stands that are there in the stands. There are, so you guys didn't really get down to the bottom 2 stands. One's gone. Cal's looking at one. There's more. 4. So Cal, on the so there's a lot that's gonna happen right now. So the last time he says the word immix, he takes his 2 flames that are in either hand, and again, when he kind of the same way he called these flames into existence, he, like this big thunderclap, dramatic clap. He does that again, but this time, when he does it, is we're gonna like Zack Snyder it now for a second. Slow motion comes together, and his 2 flames converge into one and turn into a pillar and go straight up from his body. So it's like, from your perspective, his whole being is consumed by a pillar of flame all at once. And it goes up into the, with no seeming direction, until it curves back down. And the Silent Hill guy back there with his huge torch that's like oversized, like anime size, he starts to swing down, and this pillar of fire that's coming from the leader connects with his weapon, his flame weapon, as he strikes the tower of men in front of him, lighting up this column of beings in front of you, creating another pillar. So it's like there's a few arcs and pillars happening now, and as 2 more of the performers behind that were operating the pyrotechnics, it seems like they purposefully shoved down the apparatus that they've worked to build up. It seems like they spent forever to put this thing together. On that last image, they push it all down, and it falls onto the stage, engulfing the whole stage in flames. Going up. Strike. The ripples again, it's just woo, woo, and finally someone in front of you, the shake is so great, the force, that someone in front of you in the stands like loses their seating, like it shuffles them off of their seating, and some little kids like and a mother loses her footing, having to sit down. She was like cheering before and sat down. About half of the crowd around you seems to be responding to this great upheaval, this jostling. The other half has, again, just this manic look in their eye as they stare helplessly at the flames that are happening. They're just enthralled by the spectacle of it all, the flames. And Greg, like I said, the puddles. One final crash, and it's almost like you had taken a horse-sized palm and smashed that pond, and splashing all the piss everywhere because it rocked it so hard. And at this moment, everyone to your left, because everyone should be facing east right now, in this toward the center of town. And if Lucius were here, that would be like double confirmed, because Lucius, you would know this is the biggest. The tower that everyone encountered earlier, you know, when you were in the center with all the vendors and all that was happening. A pillar of fire, a burning inferno, easily 3 times the size of that tower in the center of town, erupts from the ground. Like, reaching into like the lower atmosphere almost. Like this, from nothing seemingly, this pillar, this tornado-size pillar of fire erupts from the center of town. Again, this is several hundred feet away from Happy Horse Ranch. This is not immediate danger. I can't say that, but this happens over there, and everyone in Happy Horse Ranch. I won't say everyone, actually. About half the people in the stands with you guys, and by the way, no one here is affected, so you're perceiving things as they're actually happening. No one took the flaming dragon shots, so as this is all happening, you witness half of the people around you in utter terror as they do see what's happening. They're freaking out, grabbing their children. They're screaming in terrific fear. Whereas the other half, and this is random. It's not like there's one family that's good, one family that's bad. This is all random. About the other half are just completely ignorant to that and fully focused on Flaming Dragon and the performance that's happening. As these pillars of fire are interacting with each other, everyone is attentive and watching, and the pillars of fire interacting with each other. I don't have anybody dragged out. Oh, I'm in the wrong. What did I just roll? I didn't mean to roll. Did Mando lose power?
Yeah, it's not a video, so
Oh shit.
he didn't catch any of them.
Okay, so as the pillars of fire begin to interact with each other, they're again, the leader of the organization had that kind of arc connect from his fire to the rest, and you'll notice that all the performers, in addition to the pillar of men that's on fire now, they don't seem to be hurt by the flames. It seems to be part of the show, where half of the audience is going along with it. Obviously, you guys are witnessing a like something crazy is going on. Everyone sees the pillar of fire in the center of town. So, shit. What should I do? This is a great place to stop.
I mean, yeah, we can wait to see if Mando comes back, and if not, I mean, we can go ahead and wait to get in the shit with everybody else.
I'm like, ooh, this is like perfect.
The pot about to boil over.
Right. Let's see.
Oh, just to update you, I had a new spell I could prep. I had one extra, so I now have Ice Knife.
Ooh, Ice Knife. Nice.
Yeah.
So you took Druid? Took another level Druid?
No.
Oh.
I just think I haven't looked at spells and I don't know how long. I was just browsing. I was like, oh, I only have 6 out of 7 prepared. Whoops.
You never click the spells tab. You're like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess I have some of those.
Mike does magic? What?
Ice Knife will be fun because I can throw 2 of them in a turn because I have 2 actions. And that's a D10 plus 2D6 to everything in 5 feet.
Does it work two Ice Knife works too though? It's like 2
Oh,
spells
wait, no.
though.
Oh no, it's first level. Whoops, no. It'd have to be the cantrip. And yeah, I don't have any. Well,
I mean, 1d10 is still good.
yeah.
I just heard a Discord noise.
All right, I'm back.
Hey, there he is. Power is back, but internet is not coming back on. So you're on your phone?
No, internet's back on.
Oh, okay. I still see your feed. It's fine.
I'm trying to pull up
So,
screens.
I didn't miss anything. So, yeah, as the fire is like all connecting to each other. It's kind of like the way electricity would. Sources kind of arcing back and forth between each other and the performers. But the like I was telling the guys, about half the crowd is reacting to some insane shit. And I don't know if you heard it, but the end where Grike was witnessing the ripples that turned into splashes that turned into, oh my god, they're at the center of town, the
There's
tower.
Emix
Yes.
in the middle of town. Or I guess in the circus.
Huge pillar of fire at the so yeah, y'all are in the Happy Horse Ranch, which is the southwestern kind of quadrant property of the town, and so the pillar of fire would be happening outside of this. So I won't say you're safe, but like you're not in the immediate vicinity of the thing at the center of town happening. All the things happen. Blah blah blah. Fire, and
Roll initiative.
right. I was gonna say that was gonna give you like a half second to react, so like everybody can do like one thing before the next thing happens. But I'm going to start showing theirs.
I use my ring of jumping to cast jump on myself.
Nice. One, two. Your token. Okay, so the group of performers I'm going to put right just in front of the stage. And kind of the one that was, oh, there was a stack here. So this is going to be a stack. Thunder help. Ish. Some more of these. All right. Upon the last utterance of the phrase "Emix," which I guess does anybody want to roll history to?
Sure. I'm good at history.
Between Kal and Mando, Kal, I'm gonna give you like crazy advantage because of your Savras connection that's been made. Mimics. I won't say the actual title. Immediately when you hear the phrase, the word "Emix," and see its interaction with the fire, something just strikes you. Something strikes you in your core about this name, and it comparing that against like the evil cult experience that you've had with the cult of the Black Earth, crushing wave, howling hatred up to this point. You have encountered a like being at the Tower of Storms, Underglow. Except then it was water. This was a being, and there's something, I want to say Kal, even though Mando had the higher roll. Kal, something at your cleric, like your most clericness, inner clericness, something struck you back at the Tower of Storms as particularly evil about that mass of water that was, enveloping the Tower of Storms. And you get the same feeling here. This highly concentrated elemental evil. And you get the feeling like this presence is that. It's concentrated. It's distilled, purified, exemplary level of elemental evil in the form of fire. And you connect that to them saying Imix, Imix, Imix. Like they've summoned this thing. So, and then behind the scenes, it's the Prince of Elemental Evil of Fire, Imix. In the crowd, let's see how many more we're with. So you got rid of one, and there was the one you were keeping your eye on, and then one more. So Kal, there's the one you had already clocked and it had an eye on. The kid starts to, he reaches for his pendant, but it's around his neck, and he breaks it. Breaks the necklace, and he starts to swallow the pendant. It goes down. As the youth, I keep calling the youth, as he swallows it, and again, he's got like scars on his face from not doing a good job shaving. He's trying to look like these other guys. Like he's trying to look. He's really trying to fit in, you know. He swallows this pendant, and the scars on his neck light up as the pendant goes down his throat. And as you're looking, his throat lights up, and you can see, it's like a hot coal burning from within on the inside as it goes down his throat. He lets out such a painful howl as he chokes and suffocates on this thing that he just let inside him. Convulsing. He starts having like tremors, like seizures in front of his family. His little brother comes to help him, crying, wanting to know what's going on. His mother embraces him. He's Imix, Imix, and he just like keeps repeating the chant, saying Imix, and as steam begins to billow from his mouth, and you can tell that like a mirage, there's heat coming off of him. It distorts the visuals around him as his little brother he gets burned as he's trying to help his older brother. Is burned to the touch. He recoils in pain. The mother steps back, and before you, this young man completely catches on fire and transforms and grows to a different kind of shell of what it once was, bursting forth, and it's like almost coming through the old skin from the center of this hot coal he just swallowed, and he is transformed into this. But I don't know if you can see the tokens, but it is like a elemental bastardization of what he once was, sitting. And This happens to several individuals in each of the stands. So you can tell that there, for every one villager, for every 3 villagers, there's probably 1 of these individuals doing this to themselves in the crowd. So you're watching this as it all unfolds around you. Obviously, none of the little kids are part of this. None of the like really old people, like the grandparents aren't part of this. But teens to early adulthood ish until middle age, there's several, mostly teens though, swallowing this pendant and transforming through fire into this new thing. And once they transform into this new form, they all look the same. So whether you're male, female, 15 years old, 50 years old, whatever, once they imbibe or ingest this relic, they are transformed into something horrific.
The weird looking clown dudes.
Yes, they're called lava children. Took them from Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Are appropriate.
I've actually seen those before when I did Dungeon of the Mad Mage, but I didn't actually get to experience them. They were just NPCs.
So so right there we'll call it, sorry. I thought we'd get into battle, but it's okay because Daniel and Chase are not here, and that would be most disadvantageous. We'll call it. Boom. You guys have just witnessed the flaming dragon really starting to flame off. One more detail. The cages, obviously. I mean, we all saw this coming. Cages, some performers are starting to unlock the cages, obviously. And we're going to end the session on them swinging open the doors to the cages. Roll initiative. We're not gonna roll initiative yet, but that all just happened.
It's a ton of shit.
It's gonna be fun.
There's a lot of pieces on the map.
A
So
lot of medicines too, so.
Good luck running that combat.
I mean, I've been planning it forever. We'll see if I can actually execute in a timely manner. I've got everything. Okay. Yeah. How are we feeling? What are we thinking?
Excited.
Ready for a fight.
Oh yeah, this thing goes fun.
We know we dispelled one of those necklaces, so one kid is not
right
these things.
But he did run somewhere. Tell someone something.